Bencic to get this second set underway.
Bencic is going to do everything possible to try to keep the pressure on Swiatek. Moving forward whenever possible, forcing Swiatek to have to come up with something special. It's all about the emotions for Bencic, controlling herself right now. Stay focused. She had a mental letdown towards the end of that second set, even though Swiatek raised her level of play. But the frustration did start to show.
I wonder whether all of a sudden there'll be a little more freedom in the game from Belinda Bencic.
I mean, she was swinging so freely in the first part of that first set, you know, from both wings, serving well. Everything was going right. Then all of a sudden the errors started to creep in a little bit. That's all it takes. Sometimes Swiatek guessing right there. When I say it's all it takes is that Bencic could start to second guess herself a little bit.
Continues that fantastic record in tie breaks this season, albeit with a fair bit of drama along the way. It's 8 out of 9 now she's won. Yeah, 2021, she's won the last 7. All helps to fuel the confidence.
And that's a makeable return. So perhaps a change of pace on that serve threw the timing off for Swiatek a tad bit. It was only 74 miles per hour. Just definitely expecting something a lot faster. Camp looking on with a little concern, just focused, dialed in, wanting to see their pupil rise to the occasion.
I guess the message would be, wouldn't it, keep your foot on the accelerator here, because your opponent's got to be feeling pretty down right now. You play a good 5-10 minutes here, you might just do enough to get this done. Naturally, there's often just a slight letdown after such a dramatic conclusion to a set. Wide, that's a better drive volley.
And these are the occasions in the matches that separate the top 10 from the rest. And so Bencic is just outside of the top 10, I think ranked 12. And she can learn how to finish these types of matches that puts her into that top 10. You know, that's where you really start to take ownership of your game completely.
It's a good hold, important hold, just to and stay on top of her opponents.
First game, second set.
Yeah, still only 24 years of age, Belinda Bencic. It feels like she's been around a little longer than that. Broke through fairly early that really good North American summer, didn't she, when she was around 18 years of age?
Yeah, I think it was 2015. Remarkable run at the Rogers Cup, beating Serena Williams, I believe Iga Swiatek. That's where people started to take notice of Bencic.
Yeah, then injury problems, had the wrist surgery, that set her back. Came back strongly in 2019. Particularly here, it's her best Grand Slam showing so far in her career, that semi-final here at Flushing Meadows. Some good memories of this place.
And she got to the quarters maybe in 2016, 2017. I don't have that in front of me.
It was actually a little early, 2014, so 2 standout runs here at Flushing Meadows. There's something that is a good fit for Belinda.
Didn't
make the journey over to the US this time last year, Belinda Bencic, so returning here for the first time. In good form, of course. Swiatek getting better visit by visit in terms of her adventures in New York. The third time she's played here, the third year of Grand Slam tennis for the Polish player. Achieved so much so soon. That title at Roland Garros and a quarter-final run there this year. Her best efforts at the majors.
Game, Swiatek.
Second round here, 2019, went one better 2020, and
1 game all, second set.
It's the last 16 today, so heading in the right direction in that respect. It's been an important year for her, hasn't it? Just to establish herself at the top of the game after a big title so soon.
Yeah, I mean, she ultimately came out of nowhere to win the French Open, and people didn't even know how to pronounce her name that week when she came out. But the pressure of having to follow that up and really start to build your career after winning a title is enormous. And she has withstood the pressure in the last year. Obviously has not won another major yet, but definitely developing her game. Developing her game for the long haul, you know, to have longevity at the top of the echelon, upper echelon of the sport, and hoping to add more Grand Slam titles to her resume.
Yeah, she was outside top 50 this time last year. Swiatek gives you an idea of how much she's moved up the rankings. 8 heading into New York. Started to make a move in this third game.
And granted, she won Roland Garros in October, so those points are still there. They have not rolled off yet, so the pressure is in front of her. That's why it's important for her to be able to continue to add here at the majors. Nice serve there from Bencic. We haven't seen that serve out wide in quite some time.
Bencic was dropping a lot of points as well, of course, because of that semi-final run 2 years ago, because of the adjustment to the rankings. Those points still on the totals at the moment.
30 all.
Yeah, the rankings are now starting to balance off after the adjustments due to the pandemic. So many tournaments were moved or canceled in the last year. Lucky to be able to have the event again this year. Wide with fans, of course, this time. We had it last year with no fans.
30.
Added boost to the atmosphere, that's for sure.
Quick, please.
Smart return, just deep down the middle of the court, not going for too much, particularly when it's game point against you. Too often you'll see players going for the corners. You see the frustration on the face of Bencic. She's trying to slap it out of her, out of herself. You'd be surprised how much we abuse ourselves on the court. Slapping of the thigh, hitting your calf with your racket, hitting your head with the strings of the racket.
Yeah, it was Mikhail Yuzhny, wasn't it, who took it to another level. I think that was down in Australia, was it, 1 year? Struck himself with the racket on his head.
Drawing blood.
Yeah. He's been here with Denis Shapovalov the last few days. Coach to Denis these days. There's a chance then. Away.
Juice.
Great placement from Bencic. Swiatek played some solid defensive playing the first couple shots. Just unable to stay in that rally.
Advantage, Bencic.
Here's where Bencic really just needs to raise her level. And she's got the first set, fought hard for it. A couple game points here. Just go ahead and close it out and put the pressure back on Swiatek. You can see the frustration from Iga in this game.
Game,
there you have it.
You all please.
Not the cleanest, but she'll be pleased with the outcome.
Bencic leads 2-1, second set and
A bit
1 set
closer
away.
to the quarterfinals. She leads set and 2-1. Still a fair amount of tension out there, despite being up a set. Far from happy with the level today.
There's so much pressure. I mean, again, they're playing for a spot in the quarterfinals. We both played tremendously well in the first set. Both had more winners than unforced errors. It is the reverse on both sides right now in the second set. So difficult to stay at such a high level throughout the entire match from start to finish. So the players have their own mixes for electrolytes in their drinks.
Time.
Swiatek sending her cooler over to her camp for more bottles of the mixture, whatever the powder is, as she mixes with the water.
Still on serve.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Take your seats quickly, please. Players are ready.
The fans just returning after a quick break after that lengthy opening set. Nice combination, got that first ball down low.
Love 15.
Very smart from Bencic, not going for the passing shot on the first ball, forcing her opponent to hit a volley upward to give her an easier passing shot on the next. Oh.
It's a little loose.
It's probably the loosest error we've seen from Swiatek in the match. The ball just got away from her. She got jammed a little bit, so wasn't able to give herself enough space to swing freely.
Some work to do here. Love 30. This is turning into a rough game.
Love 40.
We saw the frustration going to the changeover and then asking for the mixture of the electric lights, and now the unforced errors. Big hole to climb out of here in this game. That'll help.
15 fault.
It's been a little bit scrappy, this fourth game of the second. Two more chances for Bencic.
T40.
So a third chance for Belinda Bencic to break through the perfect time early in this second set. Swiatek was down love 40. Missed an easy forehand at love 15, followed by a double fault. It's been a poor service game, really. Can Bencic take advantage? She can. There's the break.
Game Bencic. Bencic leads 3-1 second set.
Well, that should take a bit of pressure off the Swiss player. In good shape now.
It should. I mean, a very shaky game from Swiatek. Just completely went away on that service game, and Bencic did well to get the break.
USOpen.org is your online home. Point-by-point live scoring highlights, all the stats on there, draws, schedules. It's the official tournament website, USOpen.org.
$15 love.
She'd give for a nice quick hold here, get that scoreboard. Moving on to 4-1, that's the aim. Still hasn't really picked up that first serve percentage, has she?
No, only 53% in this set, which equals where she is in the match. The unforced errors have crept up for both players here in this second set. More errors than winners. Complete opposite from the first set. Nice 1-2 punch.
13-15.
That's the way to redirect it. Good shoulder turn and rotation through that forehand. And again.
40-15.
Former semi-finalist looking good for a return to the last eight club right now.
Bencic leads
2 games
4
away.
games to 1, second set, and 1 set to love.
So far, slightly less stressful than some of the concluding stages of that opening set. It's good news for Bencic.
For the moment.
Yeah, that's true.
She still has to close it out.
Yeah.
You know, no league is too big at this level of the game. See if Swiatek can mentally get back into it. Appears that she's gone south. Bencic has stayed steady.
To tell who's going to come through in the women's draw. It was relatively open at the start of the tournament, wasn't it? But the departure of the likes of Ash Barty in this top
Time.
half. And Osaka in the bottom half of the draw, of course. Those players through yesterday. Svitolina, Leila Fernandez, what a victory that was over Kerber. Krejcikova late in the day against Muguruza. And second seed Sabalenka through into the quarters. So once more, it's Swiatek playing catch-up.
Take your seats quickly, please, behind the players. Thank you.
During the opening set, but Bencic dominated early on.
Thank you, sir.
Lunchtime in New York. And there's plenty on offer, not too far away from this stadium.
$15 love.
another major final earlier this year. Swiatek in Paris made the doubles final this time around. He won the singles last autumn. Bethany Matek Sands. Helps the experience.
Let first serve.
Swiatek continuing to show her frustration as the air is still rolling off of her racket.
That'll help, at least in the short term.
14-15.
She's particularly satisfied with the stroke production.
The net cords at the US Open are some of the toughest. They're so tight, ball pops straight up, most of the time back on your own side of the net.
It's just dipped again, hasn't it? She's playing much better tennis towards the end of the first set.
She was also a lot more composed during that entire first set as well. So she never got frustrated, never got down on herself, just kept chipping away. And Swiatek, as we can see now, is really outwardly showing frustration.
Game. Swiatek. Bencic leads 4-2, second set.
Far from happy, as you can see, but another game on the board.
Take a deep breath here. Regroup, recalibrate.
It's got to give Bencic a lot of heart when she looks down the other end of the court and sees Swiatek displaying that kind of body language.
The 1-2 punch.
Love 15.
Deep return cross court, opened up the line for Swiatek. Beautiful.
Love 13.
Bencic has been here before. Up a break. And then finding herself in a hole at love 30.
Still enough for the second serve.
It's a nice change up. The short serve out wide is very effective.
Yeah, it was a big point too, wasn't it? Love 30. Get a hold here. She wouldn't be far away.
Oh.
Another change up, sliding away from Swiatek on the forehand wing. Bencic really started to change up the pace, throwing in some variety. Good comeback so far here in this game. The 1-2 punch. Wrong footing. Swiatek.
Yeah, frustrated with the quality of the return. Game point, 5-2. Beautiful. It's been a little while since we've seen one of those, and it takes Bencic to within a game of victory.
Bencic leads 5 games to 2, second set, 1 set alone.
Well, that should fuel the confidence. Down love 30 and to finish the game in style. That was a beautiful backhand.
It was important for her to come back strong in that game. It's the vintage backhand down the line that I mentioned at the start of the match. It's her trademark. Just working the point to find herself in position to get the opening, to go behind Swiatek. There's a moment here. Beautiful finish. Great extension. It's definitely one of Bencic's best shots.
On the brink then now of a return to the quarterfinals. It would be a third quarterfinal here in New York for Belinda Bencic. The third overall at Grand Slam. That's how much she's enjoyed returning to this venue over the years. The reaction after that last game slipped away. Serving to stay in the match now.
15 love.
Nice start for Swiatek. Desperately needs to, well, obviously hold to stay in the game, but to stay in the match, to give herself a chance. The score line is 5-2. It's just one break of serve.
41.
This is the first job, always the first job when you're 5-2 down. Single break, just get your own service game done. Put your opponent in a position where they might start to feel tight. This is a big deal, quarterfinals of a major.
Oh.
Game Swiatek.
Ironically, having talked about the quality of the Bencic serving coming into this match, it hasn't been
Bencic leads 5 games
great
to 3.
today.
Second
Swiatek
set.
will be reminding herself of that miss a few first serves here. And just need a bit of tension, and sometimes strange things can happen on a tennis court. We've seen it many times before.
This is true. Just served for the first set, could not get it done. Let's see if she can close it out here.
Yeah, it's a great point. That's always in the back of players' minds. 5-3, 4 points away.
First step is getting that first point. Give yourself some breathing room.
That's what you're looking for as the returner. Just maybe one of the first 2 points. Give yourself some sort of in this game, a platform.
Oh.
Oh, that's sensational. What a hit.
Oh, beautiful 1-2 combination
30-15.
from Bencic. Great positioning, just loading up on those legs, redirecting this ball down the line for the winner.
It was ice cool. 2 points away.
Oh.
Almost there.
14-15.
It's a 33rd winner from Bencic. Two match points for a place in the last 8. This one slips away.
She got the mid-court backhand that she wanted, just mistimed it a bit. It was a high
40-30.
shot from Swiatek. Bencic just couldn't control it.
Time to find a first serve here.
Thank you.
A little easier in theory. Match point number 2.
That's it.
It is a third US Open quarterfinal for Belinda Bencic. It wasn't easy.
6-3.
An incredible first set, 84 minutes in duration. Went her way. That seemed to make the difference. And it's the Swiss into the last 8.